Make some dots for you niggas, man. Stand on my shit, right? What nigga Z in the ass at? And they came in here and made all kind of goddamn traction with my motherfucking theory, with my motherfucking research. You know what I'm saying? Still ain't saying nothing about that damn doc. Feel me? Now why my nigga head so strong with me? Gotta call no name. Because I showed that nigga truth, my nigga. And the day I got locked up, that weak ass soldier boy took his ass right on up there and showed the world who he was. I wonder my nigga get that shit. I sure wanna see it. I still ain't saying that nigga wait till I get locked up and goddamn play a video he stole from a nigga. But that ain't fuck all that. We know he's Sergeant Benjamin, right? But the importance of that video, they sent them Vines boys at a nigga that was talking real shit, bro. They sent them Vines boys at a nigga who was talking some real shit. And they had to quiet that shit down. They thought I was a little dumb ass nigga. Thought they gonna come over there and kiki hard. That's why I was on that nigga ass like that. Nobody wanted to buy it. That's why I stayed on his ass like that. Yeah, concrete evidence. You know what I'm talking about? Now the video he took, it had a hashtag. That's why I had hashtag 5600. Cause the Crown Plaza was 5440. You did? The Crown Plaza was 5440. See what I'm talking about? The Crown Plaza was 5440. So goddamn, the mobile lab, the mobile lab theory. See, when I was ahead of the game, I was killing these niggas with everybody was playing, bro. Everybody was playing. We got these organ harvesting ass motherfuckers right here. That shit was getting too deep. Thought niggas gonna come on missing around there. That like me. Yeah, that way. See, but the 5600 hashtag was for my that was the location. That shit was in walking distance. That shit was like a minute and a half, 2 minutes away from the Crown Plaza. What was so important about that, Fed? What was so important? Why would that was so important for the nigga? Cause that's where them motherfuckers would have did that surgery at and come back and dump that body in that freezer. And I showed y'all the whole. They told on themselves. I ain't even had to go look. I sit up and goddamn. I sit up and map shit out. By the time I started looking at the footage wasn't doing them okay. My little what I had put together, mobile lab. And who sanctioned for the mobile labs to come to Chicago and Illinois? Who put them into play? Who put the mobile labs into play? Barack Obama, the Antichrist. Barack number was 666. Trump number 777, man. He was a jackpot. His number 88. Y'all see all this 88 shit still going on. Pope died 88. Y'all still don't see it. See, that's the same time when Barack, the shit got so crazy till they made Barack go back up to Illinois and make sure he got them get up there because the shit got hot on their little script, man. They sent that nigga back up there for jury duty. I ain't never known no president that had to go no damn jury duty. But see, he from right up there. And that little thumbnail I got on there, that's one of his daughters in ancient times. See, these motherfuckers told on themselves when they started hollering about the GMA boys. And everybody was running with those scripts, even the Jenkins and the Martins going along. I ain't never heard none of them motherfuckers. I ain't never heard none of them people go against nothing. They go there and with the fake protests and stand where they tell them to stand at and do what they say do, get a little checks and all that. I ain't never heard them say that shit on that footage is wrong. I ain't never heard them dispute none of the footage. I ain't never heard them dispute none of the footage, even when the footage made them look stupid. They still didn't say, "Oh, that one out of that ain't when we went in there. That was the second time we went in there. We went in there the first time when we seen in the basement in the freezer in the basement down there. Before they pulled up, they made put it in there and all that. So they just showed when we went and seen on the gurney because that's when y'all seen them. And if it ain't, y'all should have been spoke up because that's when y'all seen it. That's when y'all got connected to the bullshit. The fuck on. The 5600 hashtag was for the mobile labs where they do those little laparoscopic surgeries at. Those little kidney transplants at. Yeah, that little kidney that Selena needed that I done connected her with. I done connected her all kind of ways, sending Kanika flowers, all kind of shit. Then connected her ass all kind of ways. The nigga that took my theory, ran with it, and still ain't said nothing about it. Selena Gomez and talked. I need mobile lab. That's the first time, bro. I got the mobile. I said, oh, I see the lick. I see the whole lick right here. They did it. Man, and goddamn, Selena Gomez was finna come up in no motherfucking crown player, live in no room, do it. My auntie, that girl wasn't want no mobile lab, bro. And all they had to do was get her boom, get in that mobile box, and drop that ass back up. Which body it was, which girl it was, man, shit, I don't know, but them motherfucker got paid. I just want to let y'all know, nobody did nothing to her, y'all. She was just left behind at the party. Nobody did nothing to her, y'all. Nobody did. Now how you know? So your daughter just drunk enough to just go lay in the freezer and die. Nobody done nothing to her, y'all. Why would she say that out her mouth? Nobody did nothing to my daughter. You already lost. You got paid right there. Who bought the headstone? But that what the hashtag 5600 was about. Then that's the little script. See Kamala Harris that never cheated there. They brought her back into the script. It's an Obama script, Trump script, but Trump the 9/11 dictator, the 45th and 47th president of the United States, the 9/11 dictator of the United States of America. Soon as that shit started, Trump jumped out that bitch and said, "I declare war on the gangs of Chicago and let the script begin, nigga." Why would that nigga take my mobile lab video and do that shit and do all that shit and wait till I go to jail 2 years later, 3 years later, and play the bitch? And see, that's where the Nesbits come in at. Who are the Nesbits? They said it was Carl Nesbitt. See, Carl Nesbitt, the one owned GMA Construction, the one they said had the right, had the contract down there in that broke up ass, nothing ass kitchen. The contract to do what? The kitchen don't work. They rebuilding the kitchen. The GMA construction rebuilding the kitchen. They got a contract. That's why the construction down and the wood doors and all that there. So when they gonna rebuild it? And see, Carl Nesbitt is the brother of Marty Nesbitt. Hmm? Hmm? And Marty Nesbitt is one of Barack Obama's childhood friends. They friends. And that little girl on front of this thumbnail on this video, that is Marty Nesbitt's daughter. But in this word, that's Barack Obama's daughter. You see what I'm saying? But that's Anita Blanchard and Marty Nesbitt's daughter. You go to Michelle Obama's birth record, and you will see Anita Blanchard is allegedly the doctor who birthed both of these kids, nigga. Big time organ shit, man. Dr. David Grant, shout out to you, man, because Teresa Martin, she didn't get paid. She ain't never come holler at you yet. You ain't never go take up on the lead, Dr. David Grant. You don't care about somebody that went inside the daughter and took her thymus and a middle lobe of the lung and her kidney. You don't care about that? I need somebody, man. Man, I ain't got no squad no more. I guess I'm my own squad. Cause I'm gonna dig. I want to see who paid for this motherfucker. Head. Like, man, this shit crazy. Hmm. But see, when they constructed the kitchen, then when they reconstructed the kitchen and the contractor to rebuild the kitchen and do all that shit, it was built outdoors in front of the hotel. So how could it be the same exact kitchen? And how could they be constructed to do some shit? And it was built and constructed by Clune Construction Company, not GMA. So why ain't nobody disputing the script? Selena can even come dispute it. I made that goddamn girl go and do a whole interview trying to explain herself. I did that. But it was too late. I was already on her and her doctor's ass. Yeah, I was already on their ass. It's too late. They try to change who your doctor is and all that old bullshit and get his weak ass interview and remove paragraphs from the initial article about how she become a kidney donor in less than 24 hours. Where they do that at. Laying all in the freezer and shit with them peaches waiting on Kanika to get to the freezer with his ritualistic shit with Gucci Man clone ass out on the video and everything. Huh? Huh? That's what the hashtag 5600 was about, man. See what I'm saying? And see, I keep telling y'all the little script about Obama clone, all that shit. Yeah, that nigga Arcanine, man. But to the ones who get it, y'all get it. To the ones who don't, y'all don't. You feel me? But that's Arcanine. That's the author of the hymns of Aten. And the hymns of Aten, that's where songs were plagiarized from. See Nefertiti, that mixed bitch, you see it right there? Yeah, that Nefertiti, that's his bro. That's Akhenaten bro. That's how the Roman, there was the connection. Well, the connection that is, said, that's the connection to the Pizzo. Julius Caesar and all them motherfuckers, Cleopatra, Pizzos. Okay? Huh? Huh? Pizzos. Who are the Pizzos, said? The Pizzos are the authors of the New Testament. When they went and made a son out of a son, they gave the son, a middleman. See, this globe, all that globe shit come from Soter crystals. All the globe talking, all the constructing of a globe, all that shit come in with Romans. Fuck with these black power niggas talking about the motherfucking ancient said we was on the motherfucking globe. Well, say show it to me. Show it to me. You know, ancient said we on no damn globe, man. The globe was constructed by in the library at Alexandria by Sotar Crystal. So Tippin Merriaman with all that nigga took on every name. That nigga took on every deity he can to claim the Egyptian throne after they overthrow the Persians off the throne. They ain't overthrow them niggas off the throne. They overthrow some Persians off the throne. Why y'all think the Arab ain't got no space travel and all that shit? I just showed y'all the video we debunked Elon Musk years ago before I went to prison. We tried to send the car to the goddamn to Mars. We debunked it. They sitting right in the studio. We debunked the shit. Shot the ATF all time flat. Copper foot, cheap copper foot. You know what I'm talking about? They debunked that shit. But they ain't debunked that the hotel being ran by foreigners and Iranians. They ain't debunked that yet. They ain't debunked them all getting them organs out of that bitch yet. They trafficking like a motherfucker on U.S. soil. And it's illegal. The only place it's legal at is over in Iran. They ain't debunked that yet. They ain't went and got on that doctor ass yet. They ain't went and got on the trillion life of network where I caught my doctor. And see, there's another way I know it's a script. And the higher ups are with the scripts because none of these people are claiming and getting this shit up off their names. The two motherfuckers are supposed to get Kanika Jenkins' body out of the freezer, out of the hot freezer. See, this is where I differ from the rest of these niggas. Because I never let them change the script. Whatever the first lie they came with, I held them to their first lie. I ain't gonna get that have me jumping here and another lie here, another. No, the initial statement was that she suffocated in the freezer. It was hot as hell in there. I'm telling you, go in there and get it. It's hot. It was hot. It was hot as hell. I was even hot in there. It was hot as hell. I sweat. What happened? Then they went to froze to death, breaking bones and defrosting frozen solid. The motherfucker said she frozen solid. Man, y'all niggas crazy. They said she frozen solid. That was the script. How did they know the script was changed? How did you know the script was changed, Teresa? Because you said looking at newspaper and listening and at the television, listening and read newspapers that they said an employee found it. No. Lenora said they called you, Teresa Martin. Is they not a dripping? Huh? I don't play. Said they called you. He called me, and they called my mom and they told her that they had changed and which one it is. That's where the which one it is come from. See, y'all take a nigga shit and play with it and kiki ha with it, knowing get the stuff. Which one it is? Which one it is? That's a no. Want to know which one it is? They said he's okay. They said no. That one where the which one it is come from. The which one it is come from. Who actually found Kamika? Now back at square one. Who found Kamika in the freezer? Action, and that's where the action began. On that camera, when that manager come across that kitchen and walk all the way around that bitch and go back there acting like he fucking around that freezer and all that shit. The body was found in the basement down there by that purple board in that freezer down there by that purple board. She was down there. It's all on the recording and everything. Guess what? All the shit is script. All that shit about these motherfucking organs and all that shit. But I just read the script for y'all. And the freezer supposed to been hot. So they throw chunks of ice in there, all that old bullshit. And now she finally got a headstone. After these niggas done ran motherfucking all kind of scams to take her money for headstones, all kind of shit. And she finally get a headstone. But she still ain't told us why the fuck she still had on them same six pants. Them six sweats she had on her sister's birthday on that porch. Them the same exact tights. You walked in that kitchen with them. The same exact tights. You ran. And I got to go. I'm going to go check some. I'm going to go check some. It's one more thing I thought about way back in the day that I never did. I just didn't take the time to check them shoes later. But I ain't gonna, you know what I'm talking about, Teresa. I'm gonna go check that. But you had them same tights on the six. The same tights you went. They might the tights you came in and was inquiring about Kanika. You had on black. You had on black pants. And then you told, according to Rosemont, you told Jay Money that Kanika had on a Adidas jacket. It came out your mouth according to the paperwork. You let these people did you in a kind of way like this, huh? Then you let YouTubers come out here and just jab at you, do all kind of shit just to keep this shit going. Huh? And then you ain't inquired and said nothing about the doctor, about the doctor. I gave you the doctor. You thought I had a kidney incision across her stomach right there. Your so-called, yeah. You went on Dr. Oz and went on about hypothermia and the temperature freeze. You ain't said nothing about your daughter organs, kidneys, or none of that shit. The biggest motherfucking market today is melanin. That's why I rock melanation. Aboriginal, indigenous, and melanated gods, nigga. And these folks are playing with organs and all this shit. And you mean to tell me your baby autopsy come back? And I got all the posts where you said, no, she never had anything done to her lungs or heart. She never did none of that shit. So why you ain't exhumed the body? Got the body gone. What a nigga. See, that why Chosen rolls out there like that. He was in on him, but he was telling the truth on at the same time. I said, that nigga know too much. Sent them niggas over here at me like that. Hmm, hmm. And this later said, happy birthday to my 27-year-old deceased daughter. Here go your headstone, baby. JFK for life. The J4K belong to UNC FED. The four that's in that J4K belong to UNC FED, and I want it back. I'm going to trademark that shit. Bitch ass niggas. 9/11 ritual on the day of 9/11 got the whole motherfucking world hashtagging JFK. Yeah, the unfair came and said, hey, that's a ritual, y'all. We ain't gonna be around here saying no John F. Kennedy now. We ain't gonna do that. We gonna put that four up in that bitch. That what me. So J4K belong to me, nigga. Now you got you a motherfucking headstone. Happy birthday to my 27-year-old deceased daughter. I finally got your headstone. Who bought it? You paid for it. Been paid. I don't give a fuck. I couldn't afford nothing but $1,000. I've been did my own shit. Dang, you ain't just popped out and did it. I just can't believe it. I just don't believe it ain't in your character. Cause you a trip. Ain't nobody did nothing to her, y'all. Ain't nobody did nothing to my daughter, y'all. She was just left at the park. You said that after you had been up and down with the nigga rap around you. Y'all come out the hotel. So when you come out there and say that shit, then you go outside your car and do a live after they done told you that they stopped in the freeze. You go out there and do a car in your car and do a live saying anybody seen my baby. I'm gonna walk this shit out the back of my hand, baby. So who paid for it? Hmm? How you found out the script was changed? Cause they called you, but you didn't want to say that on a radio station though. Oh, from newspapers, and I heard from newspapers. Now the Lord said they called you, and ain't man one of y'all never disputed. that footage of y'all going down there to see Kanika, and you having them tights on that you had on the sixth on your sister's birthday, because your sister's birthday was on the sixth, and that's how I caught you with them tights on. Ain't now one of y'all never disputed that foot. Ain't now one of y'all never disputed none of the footage that Rosemont put out on y'all. Y'all walked down in that kitchen and y'all was on script. Y'all went to the freezer, but ain't nobody in the freezer. Well, they had two bodies and they had a body in the freezer and a body on the gurney too. What y'all trying to say? What y'all trying to say? Y'all went to the motherfucking freezer and look back over there and all that old shit. So the freezer is a camera right above that freezer right there. Then you changed and went crazy with all that anything to keep that shit going. And come back out of that and said her hair was all over her head. Her hair went all over her head on that scratch, and that's what you seen that freezer. How they defrost her? How they defrost her? She's frozen solid. She was frozen solid. How the fuck they defrost? How the fuck they defrost her body like that and scratch out on that scratch because it was suffocation. And y'all changed the script on y'all motherfuckers to make y'all look dumb as fuck. That's why y'all couldn't win. They changed the script on y'all and made y'all participate. And that's why y'all will never have a win against them because y'all let them change the script midway. You supposed to stuck them until she suffocated. What Andrew Jones ran to? Andrew Jones said his freezer was hot as hell. Yeah, it was hotter now. I see how that baby suffocated. She sweated like hell. Huh? The girl supposed to suffocated. And then the crazy part about that, right before they constructed the Kanika Martin Facebook page, that's why I always show that little picture of the so-called Monifa fake mama and that lady holding that little finger, that little Photoshop shit right there. That was Monifa Hannah. They created that motherfucking Kanika Martin Facebook page right after they put that lady in the ground that died in that freezer in Georgia in that Western hotel. Her last name was Harry. And these folks running scripts on the world like a motherfucker. Ain't tell me this lady, you doing all that, but you still ain't goddamn mad about them hoes, goddamn got your baby diamonds in her middle lobe of her lung. These supposed to been on the side, Joe, but man, that mobile lab pulled up. They put Nick in that motherfucker. Nick, I hope Nick got a chicken. One on by that goddamn business, baby. One on probably killed her because it was a marriage to the beach ritual going on. Two kids, goddamn, Obama goddamn. I know they grown and shit now, but them goddamn Martinez and Anita Blanchard. And that's what connected the Nesbitt to that shit. Obama and Trump was connected to that shit. That was the world script. Know what they were doing. That's what bought and paid for. And they goddamn still doing the same thing in that motherfucker. The motherfucker head stone. A whole lot of questions for you on scrap. Cause I wanna know how the fuck you tell me. And then once again I went to the medical examiner and I was denied the right to see my baby girl. Remember Teresa? Hmm? Huh? Once again, I was going to the corner and to go see my, and I was denied right to go see my baby. This day in a 2 3 weeks into the shit right there. She was buried in 3 weeks. She was buried. We'll go back and do all that. Reach. We'll go back and do all that again. So by the time you come up, by the time you say you got that funeral pit, you supposed been saying they want to let you see her. It was time for the film, and you had that picture for sauce. Just like that nigga was talking to when she was locked in that room. I'm talking to soft, y'all. Yeah, I'm locked in my room. I can't go nowhere. My mama keep me locked up. She think I'm going to fuck the lick up. You did that shit for the sauce. So you can pop out and pop that picture in there and keep the traction going some more. Fuck man, show nigga that picture. But when you show the picture, Kanika lips full all the way across. This ain't the girl who got her lip busting and stomped in and all this. But this the funeral home pic that you showed, lady. This the funeral home pic you showed, lady. You still ain't let me cut no grass. Send me, man, you ain't sent me no triple 911. Shit, fuck all that. This the funeral home pic that you showed, lady. But this girl lips full all the way across. But the motherfucker on the gurney and the motherfucker in the casket, she dog and her lip caved in and everything. You gotta have a lawsuit on the funeral home. Why they had to bust your daughter lip and sew your daughter lip down like that just put her cap? What happened to her lip? That you look at the funeral, look at the casket pic, look at the casket pic and look at the funeral home pic that Teresa Martin come out with and pop out with. Still making herself look crazy. And this world so fucked up, they thought they just justice for life. That mean you ain't know, you mean you don't know what no justice. J4K for motherfucking life. Oh, we gonna get some justice. We gonna get justice one day. We gonna get this motherfucking justice. That we got them justice for life. Now we gonna get some justice, but can't get no justice because you don't want none. Dr. Ali said I got 5 stacks. Dr. Ali went in his pocket and said I got 5 stacks. We gonna zoom this body. We finna do the Kendrick Martin. We finna do the Kendrick Jenkins. Yeah, we finna zoom this body because we need another we need a medical examiner to go back over this because she got missing organs and all that, and you goddamn snap went crazy. Baby, go sit your head down, stop playing with these folks, man. And they didn't have these niggas around here on go, on any nigga that telling any kind of truth. Yeah, Dr. David Grant, that's Selena Dawson. I connected her to Kanika. Now I connected all my dots. So if these motherfuckers finna play this game, I'm gonna play with their head. Yeah, I ain't got shit to do. We gotta go to work, get my little dog. You know, I stay on this motherfucker. I'm finna go. Shout out to my homegirl, and then the Ray coming through this bitch and goddamn TT Valley Gym, whatever the fuck that is down that bitch. Whatever that is down that bitch. Understand me? So we gonna stop right there with that little one question. How'd you get the funeral home pick with them big old lips on there? Lips not smashed in. Nigga, I am J4K. J4K belong to me. Because y'all ain't never answer none of Fed questions. Any question y'all mother came on, answer Fed tried his best to answer. Y'all ain't never answer none of Fed questions. Huh? Huh? Y'all mother ain't talking about shit. I am J4K. Yeah. So we all about the J4K community, that one nigga that me. All the rest of that shit ain't talking about nothing. Yeah. Know what I'm talking about. And I say the truth don't need no help. It ain't gonna bend, break, not fold. All we got to do is stand up behind the truth, support the truth, and we as a people can get together and make it do what it do. Y'all ain't talking about shit. So try to come back. Man, y'all keep the thing motherfucking flat, man. We don't play. I said, bitch.